Hello, young explorers. Have you ever wondered what it's like to live in the treetops of Australia? Today, we are going on an exciting adventure to learn all about one of the fluffiest, sleepiest creatures on the planet, the koala. These adorable marsupials have a lot more going on than meets the eye. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the world of koalas with some fun facts that might just surprise you. To kick things off, let's get one thing straight. Despite sometimes being called koala bears, these cuddly creatures are not bears at all. Koalas are marsupials, just like kangaroos and wombats. This means they carry their babies, known as joeys, in a pouch. Isn't that fascinating? Imagine having your very own built-in backpack. Now, let's talk about their favorite hangout spot, the eucalyptus tree. Koalas spend most of their lives up in these trees, munching on eucalyptus leaves. But did you know that these leaves aren't just food for koalas? They're also a bit of a snack-time snooze inducer. You see, eucalyptus leaves are low in calories and high in fiber, making them hard to digest and not very energizing. So, what do koalas do? They sleep for up to 18 to 22 hours a day to conserve their energy. Talk about a nap champion. Here's another cool fact. Koalas have unique fingerprints, just like humans. In the animal kingdom, this is quite rare. Scientists have even found that koala fingerprints are so similar to humans that they can sometimes confuse them at crime scenes. Can you imagine a koala detective solving mysteries in the forest? Now, what about that distinctive koala nose? It's not just for sniffing out the perfect leaf. Their big black noses are actually a super tool to help them distinguish between the hundreds of varieties of eucalyptus leaves. Koalas are quite picky eaters and can detect which leaves are poisonous and which are safe to eat using their noses. That's some serious sniffing skills. Speaking of senses, let's not forget their amazing hearing. Koalas have large ears that help them pick up sounds even when they're perched high in the trees. This is especially useful to hear calls from other koalas or to detect any potential danger lurking nearby. Their eyesight, on the other hand, is not their strongest sense, but what they lack in vision, they make up for with excellent hearing and smell. Moving on, did you know that koalas are great swimmers? That's right. In times of need, these furry animals can paddle across rivers and creeks to find new habitats or escape from threats. It's not often you see a koala making a splash, but when they do, they sure know how to stay afloat. And here's something wild. Each koala has its own distinct voice. The sounds they make range from gentle grunts to bellowing calls, which can travel for long distances through the bush. These sounds help them communicate with other koalas, either to say hello or to warn each other of danger. Imagine if we could all talk like that. Perhaps one of the most heartwarming facts is how mother koalas care for their young. When a joey is born, it's about the size of a jelly bean and completely blind and hairless. This little one crawls into its mother's pouch, where it stays for about 6 months, growing and becoming strong. Even after it leaves the pouch, the joey often rides on its mother's back. Talk about a cozy road trip. Before we wrap up, let's touch on the conservation efforts surrounding koalas. These wonderful creatures face various threats, including habitat loss and climate change. Luckily, many organizations are working hard to protect koalas and their habitats to make sure they continue to thrive in the wild. It's up to all of us to help out by supporting conservation efforts and being mindful of our environment. In conclusion, koalas may be small in stature, but they have a big impact on our world. From their amazing adaptations to their sleepy lifestyle, they remind us of nature's incredible diversity. So next time you see a picture of a koala, or if you're lucky enough to spot one in the wild, you'll know a little more about these fascinating creatures. Until next time, keep exploring and remember, every animal has its own story, just waiting to be discovered.